Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to today's video. Today I want to talk about motivation. This is something we all find tricky because some days we feel motivated in whatever we do, whether it's starting a new business, writing a book, making a YouTube video like this, or learning a new language. But other days we feel like we have lost motivation, especially when things don't go as well as we expected. You start questioning, what's the point of doing all of this? And you end up sitting on your couch and watching Netflix. Well, I'm not going to talk about those motivational things such as be grateful for what you have, be confident about yourself, think big, etc. Those are important, don't get me wrong, but I found those aren't very helpful in a practical way. So in this video, I'm going to talk about 3 ways that I found can keep myself motivated in anything I do in life. Keep watching. Number 1 is understand motivation. In other words, understand what actually motivates you. Edward D.C., the psychology professor at the University of Rochester, talks about intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation means you do things because you want to, not because you have to. Things that you find value in it and it brings you the joy and fulfillment. Think about what makes you quiet and focused when you were a kid. Maybe it's drawing, maybe it's solving a math problem, or making a handcraft. You will do it even if you have no obligation for it. External motivation, in contrast, means you do things because you have to, not because you want to. Or you do it only for external reasons. For example, you study because you want to get a high score on your exam, not because you like to learn. You go to work because you want a paycheck, not because you like what you do. You choose certain majors because you think you'll get a high-paying job if you hold a certain type of degree, not because you enjoy learning the subject. You are motivated by external factors such as money, fame, or social status. Those are not wrong because as humans, we want those things, and we need those things in order to survive. Money can pay your bills and improve the quality of your life. Higher social status can often bring you even better opportunities. But if you're doing things only for external reasons, you're not going to stay there for very long, because no matter what you want to achieve, it will be difficult. There will be lots of obstacles. So if it's not something that drives you from inside, you lose motivation very quickly. For example, if you think writing a book will make you rich and famous, I'm sorry to say, you're going to be disappointed. When you realize the amount of research you need to do, how many competitions are out there, how many times you're going to be rejected from publishers, you're probably going to give up the idea before you even start writing. Or even if you do have a book in the end, it's not going to sell very well. But if you want to write a book because you truly believe your idea is valuable and you want to share it to people, you believe it will help people in some way, or the thought that you are going to change even one person's life give you the sense of fulfillment, then you're more likely to be motivated in the long term. And ironically, there's a big possibility that you will become a best-selling author. So whenever you feel like you have lost motivation, ask yourself, am I doing this because of intrinsic motivation or extrinsic motivation? Am I doing this because of money, fame, or social status, or because it truly brings me the joy and fulfillment? Am I going to do this even if I don't get paid for? Number 2 is take action. You might think, well, the reason I'm watching this video is because I don't want to take action. I have no motivation. Well, I get it. Sometimes I don't feel like doing anything either. But according to Mel Robbins, the author of the 5-second rule, motivation is garbage. What she meant was, if you only do things when the motivation comes, it's probably never going to happen. Because our brain is naturally protecting us from things that are new or unfamiliar. For example, whenever we're thinking about writing the first book, starting a new business, or going to the gym every day, our brain immediately turns to the emergency brake. That's why the majority of time we don't feel like doing something new or challenging. What you should do instead is just count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and start. That's why it's called the 5-second rule. Of course, you don't have to literally count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The idea is start taking actions even if you don't feel like it. I'm sure you have the experience, for example, you don't feel like drawing that day, but since you start drawing the first line, you start drawing the second line, the third line. Soon after, you have the whole sketch already. You don't feel like writing your college essay, but since you sit there and force yourself to write, you start writing the first sentence, the first paragraph. Then the idea just starts flowing in your mind. And you feel like doing it more and more. It's an action that creates motivation, not the other way around. The superstar blogger and the best-selling author of The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F***, Mark Manson, has mentioned in one of his articles. Action isn't just the effect of motivation, but also the cause of it. Most people only take action when they feel certain levels of motivation. But in fact, the majority of time we don't have enough motivation that keeps the action going. So we have to force ourselves to take a little bit of action so that it generates motivation. Before I shoot this video, I didn't feel like it at all because I'm still new to making videos and I'm not used to talking in front of the camera. It feels strange and uncomfortable for me. But I told myself, let me just shoot a few clips and see what happens. Now, as you can see, I have the whole video already. So next time when you feel unmotivated doing anything, ask yourself, should I wait until the motivation comes, or should I start anyway so that the motivation will follow? Number 3 is understand that you're not going to be motivated every second of your life. If you made this far, it means at least you want to be motivated. You should be proud of yourself. Or chances are, you've already worked so hard for a while, you just don't feel motivated in this specific period of time. So you feel guilty for not doing anything productive. This happens to me all the time. In the past 10 years, I've always worked so hard by going to school, doing part-time jobs, starting my business, writing my book, and now making videos. So whenever I found myself not doing anything, I would feel guilty and blame myself for being lazy and unproductive. I got frustrated because I felt like I had lost motivation. But soon I realized it's okay now to feel motivated all the time. No one is motivated every single day, 24/7. Sometimes we just want to lay in our beds and playing video games. So allow yourself to take a break. Well, maybe not lay in bed all day, but doing something completely different to give your mind a break. Last December, I finally decided to book a trip to San Diego. It was only my second time traveling in the past 10 years. So don't be like me. If you have been working hard enough, consider booking a trip for at least once a year. Maybe in the current situation, it's not easy to do so, but you don't have to book a flight to Hawaii or Fiji Island. You can just drive down to suburban area if you live in the big city, or book a hotel in your own town so that you can put yourself in a completely relaxing mood. That's it for today's video. Hope you found it helpful. If you did, please drop me a like and subscribe so that you won't miss videos like this. Leave a comment below and let me know what other ways that keep you motivated so that we can all learn from each other. Thank you for watching and I will see you soon.